live here in Orlando, Florida for the MLG National Championships Triggers Down and Classic in your first matchup.
That's right, Farouk. We have our number 1 facing off against the number 5 seed. That's right, Classic is in blue. But first off, we got to take a look at our number 1 team, the team that has won 3 events so far this year, and they're looking for their first national championships. That's Triggers Down, and they're featuring team captain SK. You saw him in the interview. Hysteria, one of the best players in the league, is at the top of his game. Pistola and Hines. You know Pistola. He's the 3-time MVP, and Hines, probably the best support player we've seen this season.
I'd say so, and I can't believe you forgot Pistola's hair. I mean, Hines and Pistola have run around this entire season and just absolutely destroyed teams, especially on maps like AMP and Onslaught.
You know, the small maps are their keys, but check out Pistola here in some of these highlights. You are seeing one of the best snipers on the circuit, but they can do it all. They use the battle rifles, the sniper rifles, but overall, Triggers Down is so good because of their teamwork and their communication, Scott. And not only that, it's the fact that they can tame their calm, they keep their cool, and they're always collected in their match, no matter who their opponent is.
And you know, the player I'm looking for at this national championship, Chris, isn't Pistola, it's Hysteria. SK was telling me that Hysteria was playing out of his mind at the LAN, and he's expecting him to have the best tournament he's ever had.
And Hysteria is hot. Well, you know, Classic, they might be in trouble. Hysteria was heating things up last night in the All-Star game. But we got to take a look over at the blue team coming up here. There's a few more highlights for you guys. Thank you, Adam Contini, for putting that together. But, Scott, we got to talk about this Classic team. They're the 5th seed, and nobody predicted them to be here.
Yeah, I wanted to predict them, but I couldn't. I mean, you got Soldier, you have Chig and Best Man, who have just been absolutely lights out this entire event. And then you have the best pickup in Ghost Ayami.
You know, final boss passed on Ghost Ayami, and I bet they wish they didn't. He has been doing a great job, especially in that first game against Carbon when they got off to a hot start in that CTF match. Ghost Ayami contributed to all 3 of the captures we saw in that game. And Chig and Best Man, they have just been super solid. And Scott, it's ESPN Saturday night. It's the first matchup here, and what are we going to be looking for? What are going to be the keys?
Well, the key for Triggers Down is to really come out hot here. If they can stop Classic's hot streak, Classic has yet to drop a game. If they can come out and take a game from Classic, that's going to really put a dagger in their heart. But the key for Classic here is to not be intimidated by Triggers Down.
All right, well, let's see how they handle it. It's all coming up right now. Game number 1 is kicking off, and we are starting with my favorite game type to watch. It's capture the flag on the pit. You know how it works. You've been watching it for 2 years. Take 1 flag, take it back to your base, do that 3 times, you win. There's an overshield down low, a rocket in the middle, and of course, each team will be using rifles to pick off opponents at long range, and we're starting off with the 3-time MVP. I got your Pistola from Triggers Down.
It's going to go Toyota. On rocks now. On rocks now. Nice.
All right, so here we go. Pistola burning the overshield to start this one off, and there is the first 4 shots. Well, you might as well make them all headshots as he takes down Soldier 187. 3 down to start the game here for Classic. Not a great way to start against the number 1 team in the league.
And you know that Triggers Down's opening strat really worked out right there. They didn't push, they didn't try to force for the overshield. Pistola baited it and then ended up burning it and then just out PRing Soldier, which he couldn't ask for a better situation.
And there you see Pistola picking up his 2nd kill. He's going to be taken down, and I'm going to jump on board with this sniper for Triggers Down. It's the player you said we need to be watching out for this weekend. It's Hysteria.
What's training for a second? Camo and green. Camo. I'm going green. I'm going green. That's camo too. Who's watching short? Who's watching short? Two went through camo. They rushed through. They went through yellow.
So Hysteria pulling out the sniper rifle, spotted 2 players coming through his needles. He's going to be taken down. Meanwhile, his teammate Hines flanked through the green box, came all the way back behind the Classic team and picked off a player. And now he's going after Best Man, who is holding that sniper rifle for Classic. Hines versus Ghost Ayami, and Ghost Ayami's going to win it. We're going to jump on board with the Classic squad.
2 dead. That's good. 1 shot. I got him. Nice. Watch more.
Ghost Ayami, they're moving in here on the Triggers Down base. Soldier 187 is going to pull the flag. Best Man is sitting in sword with the sniper rifle. He's going to provide cover, and Chig is going to catch the flag being tossed up to him there on the green box. The slight fumble by Soldier, but they're able to convert this flag. They're pulling it through the long haul, and we have Chig running the flag all the way back at his plat. I'm looking over here at Triggers Down, and no one's in position to stop Chig, and he's going to put it in the first flag. It's going to Classic.
And quickly go back to Gosiami because he played that perfectly, Chris. Instead of going cuts, he stayed at the base, he waited at the mark, blocked those spawns, and they forgot all about him, and now he's running the second flag. That's the perfect way to do that. You don't worry about kills. Your teammates are there for that. You want to get that second cap and keep control.
And Gosiami's going to be taken down, but Soldier is right there to pick it up. We have 2 flags in 2 minutes. No, we do not. It is stopped by Pistola. He's got the overshield, he's got the sniper, and he just went clutch. We'll see if someone from Classic can get in there. Right now, Best Man is making his way through the clutch. And he's taking down. Last one alive here for Classic is Soldier. This could be a counter cap opportunity here for Triggers Down. And it looks like the flag is going to go back for Triggers Down, and they're going to convert this counter cap as no one is in position to stop Hines. Triggers Down is about to be on the board. It's all tied up 1-1.
Pistola definitely set the mood right there, Chris. He just gave them a lot of momentum by stopping that flag.
And how is that when it comes to momentum? Speaking of that, how does that affect Team Classic? They thought they just had 2 caps, and now they're all tied up.
I don't think they're worried about it too much. I think they're considering it being more lucky because that's how Gosiami always played with us. He always considered every time something happened to be lucky. So he's just trying to keep his teammates' heads in the game.
All right, well, here's Ghost going up against SK and Hines. He's going to get double teamed. Now Hines moving in for the Rockets. And Hines always seems to have the Rockets when we're watching the pit, Scott.
And he doesn't get hit by nades. His routes he takes are just unpredictable, and he really catches teams off guard.
And we'll see how he decides to play this right now. He has 2 players looking at him in the green box. Soldier is directly below him right now, and Gosiami is right behind him as well. There they both are. Both were hurt. And he's going for the triple. There it is. Almost getting the overkill, missing the sticky, but that is going to open up a huge opportunity for Triggers Down now to move in on the Classic base. As you see, I Got Your Pistola leading the way with the grenades, and now he's picking up Hines' rockets.
And Hysteria's on the train with the sniper. This is the perfect setup for Triggers Down right now.
Best Man beasting it inside of his own base, playing defense. He was the one that stopped Hines, and now he just stopped Pistola. That is going to put an end to Triggers Down's charge. Best Man coming up clutch once again for Classic. Best Man taking down Hines, finding the sniper rifle. Only 4 minutes off the clock. Remember, it's the first team to score 3 times here on the pit, and we're playing a best-of-5 series. So the first team to win 3 games will advance to our championship winners bracket finals tomorrow.
I came on needle pit. Washing.
Classic is pushing strong here from the training side, Scott.
Yeah, that's kind of an interesting strat from Classic. Normally, at the beginning of the game, you saw him push green and empty, but I guess they decided to switch and kind of use the overshield against them because they knew the overshield was going to go towards green and make a push through that way, so they just tried to flip the map on them.
And one by one, they were all picked off except for Gosiami. He ran back to his side of the map. We're jumping on board with I Got Your Pistola. He doesn't seem to let go of the forward button so far in this game.
Let's come on.
Pistola and Hysteria double teaming as Hysteria picks up his triple kill. So we've already seen a triple kill out of Hines. Hysteria gets one. We're going to stay on board with Pistola to see how he covers Hysteria as Hysteria runs his flag through the needles. Hines just picked up a sniper rifle. He's going to try and come and help the green box. Hysteria is going to be stopped with the flag, and we're going to jump on board with Gosiami from Classic. He's making a strong push through the needles.
Pistola's the needle pit. Pistola's the needle pit. We got it. On the flag, on the flag. SK's one shot on empty. SK's one shot. No, on the flag. Nice. In the camera.
And as Classic pushes through, they are being picked off again. Chig is the only one able to survive. He's able to pick up a kill on Pistola before getting out of there, and he's going to have to drop back to his training, wait for his teammates to help push one more time from that training side of the map.
But the Triggers Down squad has 2 snipers, and that's what you don't want to have. Triggers Down have 2 snipers.
And it looks like Classic is trying to line up right now to get ready to those rockets that's coming up in about 7 seconds here.
That's it. Pushing through the green box. Gosiami was waiting for those rockets, like you said, Fruit, but he decides to give up on them and push for the flag instead. Scott, what do you think about this play?
I think it's the best play he could do right there. We saw Goats do this earlier, and he got away with it because Triggers Down forgot about it. Most people, when you jump on their the other